Welcome, everybody, to the NFL Presidential Address for Week 13. Wow, the season is moving fast. This is part one. We're going to go through 4 side bets that I am making this week. Part 2 will be 4 totals. Make sure to check that out. And always check out WagerTalk.com. Okay, let's start with our first game. Carolina plus 5.5 going into Tampa Bay. And well, who in their right mind would bet this Panthers team? I mean, they are 1-10 on the season. They shouldn't even have won that one game. They just lost their coach. Their quarterback is a disaster. Their fan base is pissed off. Their owner is mad. This team is a complete mess. So who would bet on them? This guy would. Well, not exactly. This is not a bet on the Panthers, as it's more a bet against the Buccaneers as a favorite, especially as a favorite of more than a field goal. This Bucs team is a disaster. They've lost 2 games in a row and 6 of their last 7. Last week we bet not on the Giants, but against the Patriots based on the simple reason that the Patriots can't score enough to cover -3.5. I feel the exact same way about the Bucs in this spot. I fully understand that Carolina is a total shit show. I get that they've scored 10, 10, 13, 13, and 15 points in their last 5 games. But even if they only get 13 points here, even if they only get to 13, I still think they cover 5.5. I cannot count on the Bucs putting up more than 17 points. I know they scored 20 against Indy last week, but this is a team that only averages 19 points a game, and even that is phony to me. In Tampa Bay's last 9 games, they have scored 18 or less 5 times out of 8. And the only game they scored a lot of points was their 37-39 loss to the Texans. What I like here is that the Panthers look, they got rid of their shitty coach. They now have a new coach, and he's an interim coach. So from my perspective, these interim coaches are playing with house money. They got nothing to lose. I believe that they'll open up their offense a bit more. I think we'll see Carolina play their best game of the year this Sunday. They have nothing to lose, and they will play like they have nothing to lose. The bottom line here is give me the points. I think we see a 17-13 game. For the record, I also like the under in this game, but I prefer the Panthers. Take Carolina plus 5.5. Now, before we get into our next game, I want to make mention of of my current record. Last week on these videos, we went 4-4. The record on the season across all of my videos is 74 wins and 54 losses. That's a 58% win percentage. That is really amazing. I'm so proud of this show and what we have done. I mean, if you've bet every single play I've given out on the NFL Presidential Address from week 1 to now, you are making a killing. I also have a promo code to give out to you guys. Do you want to know exactly what I'm betting on every Sunday football game, on all the Monday, the Thursday games? If you want to know my actual bets, I release them to my clients every week, and I have a promo code for you guys from now until the end of the entire season and playoffs. It's only $199. This is the way to buy handicappers. Don't just pick a random day and think that's the day I'm going to win. That might be the day I get crushed. But I am going to make profit on this NFL season. And I'm going to make profit from now until the Super Bowl champions are crowned. Don't just buy a Sunday or a Thursday or a Monday or a Saturday when they happen. Buy the rest of my season and playoffs. Use the promo code SUPER199. It's $199 all the way through till the Buffalo Bills are crowned Super Bowl champions. Okay, That might be like 6 years of plays. So until mid-February. LA Chargers -6 going into New England. Now, we lost it on the Chargers last week. I released them to my clients against Baltimore, and we lost them because Zay Flowers didn't get the memo and decided to risk his team's win for his personal stats and his pathetically ridiculous, over-the-top, asinine, and moronic touchdown celebrations. Now, I get it. This Chargers team has sucked all year. And I'm now finally coming to grips with the fact that this team is just bad. But if the Pats were only bad, I would be happy to take them in the spot. +6 at home. Bill Belichick, the coach, sounds like a great bet. Except the Pats aren't bad. The Pats make the Chicago Bears look good. The Pats are pathetic. Listen to this, guys. I mean, this is historic. The Patriots scored 7 points against the Giants last week. They scored 6 points against Indianapolis the week before. That's 13 points in 2 games. Teams like Kansas City, San Fran, Philadelphia, Buffalo, some of the other high score, Baltimore Ravens, Dallas, they can put up 13 points in a quarter. This Pats team put up 13 points in 2 games. And you think that's bad? Go back 5 weeks ago. They put up 3 points. 3 points in 2 games combined. Now, for anyone who's never watched football, that's not 3 individual scores that equate to 3 points. That's a field goal. 1 stinking field goal in 2 games. This Patriots team has put up 7 or less points in 4 of their last 8 games. Oh my God. The Chargers, look, they had a really bad offensive day against Baltimore last week. I get it. But before that, the team put up 20, 38, 27, and 30 points. This is a team that has scored less than 17 points only once in their last 10 games. This is a team that has scored more than 20 points 7 of their last 10. So let's assume that the Chargers just get 17. That's it. 17 points on Sunday. For New England to cover +6, they would need to put up 10 points. As I've already shown, putting up 10 points for the Pats is 50% at best. Frankly, I have shown that putting up 7 points in a game is 50% at best. If you told me this game would end with the Pats putting up 3 points, I wouldn't be surprised. They have no QB, no strong wide receivers. They don't have a world-class run game. Their O-line is mediocre at best, and I can go on and on and on. I don't want to take the Chargers -6 here, guys, so I'm not going to. I'm going to bet against the Patriots here. So it just so happens to be the Chargers, and the line just so happens to be 6. So take LA Chargers -6. Now we move to the Sunday night game, Kansas City and Green Bay. Don't look now, people. The Pack have won 2 in a row. The Pack are in position to make a run for the playoffs. Jordan Love looks like he's turned the corner. Such a shame Jones and their wide receiver, Dobes, however you pronounce his name, are out this week. But honestly, I'm betting on Green Bay here. And it's not as much a bet on Green Bay as a bet against Kansas City. For the record, I do not think this Kansas City team is nearly as good as their record. I don't even think they're close to as good as they've been the last 3 years. The bottom line here is it's just too many points for a team that struggles on offense. I know Kansas City put up 31 on the Raiders, but they only put up 17 against Philly, 21 against Miami, and 9 against Denver. They have scored 21 or less points in 4 of their last 6 games, And now they're favored by almost a touchdown on the road. It's just too much. Green Bay has to be feeling good about themselves and Love. Well, he's played really well the last 2 games. They've also scored 29 points, 23, 19, and 20 in their last 4 games. And I think those numbers are high enough to cover the 6 points here. If Green Bay puts up 20, Kansas City needs 27 to cover. Kansas City has only achieved 27 points or more in 2 of their last 6 games. I know this Kansas City D is doing great, but they did let the Raiders put up 17 on them, and I'm pretty sure Green Bay will put up more than that. Plus, this game will be in cold, shitty weather, and that will always favor low-scoring games, and while low-scoring games always favors the dog. Take the points. Don't be surprised if Green Bay wins this game outright. Take Green Bay plus the 6. Well, Monday night's game. This could have been a doozy if there wasn't so many injuries on the Cincinnati team. Cincinnati is plus 8.5 against Jacksonville. Don't love betting minus 8.5, but I can't see Cincinnati scoring much here. And we know Jacksonville's going to get us some points. The Jags just beat Houston 24-21. They've won their last 2 games. They've won 7 of their last 8. This is not going to be a long handicap. The Bengals started this year as a disaster, and they will end the year as a disaster. They have no QB. They have struggled to score, and their D is good, but not elite. Baltimore put up 34 on them. Houston put up 30 on them, and that was 2 of their last 3 games. Frankly, allowing Pittsburgh to put up over 400 yards in a game says everything you need to know about Cincinnati's D. Take away the disaster Jacksonville played against San Fran, and they've scored 24, 24, 20, 31, and 37 in their last 6 games. They've only scored under 20 points in 1 game in their last 6, and they've gone over 30 3 times. We know this team will get their points, and frankly, I don't think the Bengals will be able to keep up. As I said, I hate betting minus 8.5, but this game is 27-10 written all over it. And that's 17 points, a massive window. I'm going to hold my breath on this and take the favorite here. Take Jacksonville minus 8.5. Guys, use that promo code SUPER199, SUPER199. You get the rest of my NFL season and playoffs for only $199. I guarantee you I will be up profit from the start of this package till the end of the Super Bowl. This is the time of the year that I do best in NFL, so please take advantage of that. Also, make sure to listen to part 2, where I'll give out 4 total bets. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you on part 2.